Start with this week's level 1 class. We'll come onto our hands and knees and we'll start with the warm up. So we're going to have the hands below the shoulders as always, knees below the hips. Drop the ribs down to the mat, arching the back, lift the head up, looking up in front, and then drop the head down, ribs up towards the ceiling. Drop the ribs back down, lift the head up, looking up in front, and then drop the head down, ribs up towards the ceiling again. Drop the ribs back down, lift the head up, and then drop the head down, ribs to the ceiling, and then flatten the back out. Pick the left foot up, twist the foot out to the side, have a look at the toes. Left foot comes in, right foot up and out to the side, and back in. Left foot up and out, back in. Right foot up and out, back in. Left foot up and out, and in. One more, right foot up and out to the side, and then back in. Good. Tuck the toes underneath the feet, pinch the shoulder blades together, twist the elbows so they point back towards the toes, and lift the knees up off the mat. Hovering the knees a couple of inches, and then lower back down. Good, and lift again, and lower. Two more. Lift, and lower. One last one. Keep the back flat, shoulder blades pinched. Lift the knees up, hold them there. Lift the left foot, and down. Right foot, and down. Left foot, and down. Right, left, keeping the body still, keep the shoulder blades together. And then rest back down. Last one we're going to do, we're going to come into a plank. So we're going to walk the hands further up the mat, point the elbows back again, lift the knees up, walk the toes to the end of the mat, holding that plank, straight line from the hips, straight line from the shoulders through the hips, to the knees, down to the ankles, and hold that plank, keep squeezing the lower abs and the glutes, and then walk the knees forward, and rest the knees down onto the mat. We'll turn over onto our back now. So rest the head onto our block. Knees bent, feet on the mat. Imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. And we'll just engage the lower abs, start to activate them. Tapping the toes off the mat. So the spine is imprinted, legs to tabletop. Nice soft taps. Shoulders relaxed. Good, keeping the back flat all the time. And remember, you can stretch the legs out to make it harder with each tap. One more on each leg. And last one on the left. Legs to tabletop. And then bring the feet down onto the mat and rest down. Next what we're going to do, we're going to come into a bridge. We're just going to practice bridge. So we're going to imprint the spine, over exaggerate that imprint. And lift the hips up. And then bring the vertebrae down one at a time. And flatten the back out. Arch the back, come into the imprint again, roll the hips back, and lift the hips up, and then back down. Good, and again, arch the back, then come back into your imprint, tuck the hips underneath the body, rolling them back, lifting up from the lowest vertebrae, one at a time, working your way towards the shoulder blades, and then reverse the direction. The vertebrae from the shoulder blades coming down one at a time, down towards the pelvis. Arch the back again, one last one, roll the hips back, lift the hips up, and then back down onto the mat. Good. Next one, we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, left foot is on the mat, shoulder blades are together, lift the hips up, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and rest back down. We're going to straighten the right leg, keep the thighs in line with each other, hands by the side, lift the hips up, and little pulses with the right leg. 1, 2, 3, keep the hips nice and high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the right knee, roll the vertebrae down one at a time. I'm going to switch legs. Left knee into the chest, right foot firmly on the mat, shoulders relaxed, spine is imprinted, and lift the hips and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice good extension through the right hip. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Hips back down. Straighten the left leg, thighs are in line to again, hands by the side, shoulders relaxed, lift the hips up, Nice good extension to the right hip. And 10 pulses on the left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that right hip up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the left knee and rest the hips in. We're going to grab our pillow next. So we're going to imprint the spine, bring the legs to tabletop, pillow between the knees, hands by the side, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold. Drop the left knee to the side and in. 1. And the right knee out. 2. And the left knee out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the legs back in, grab the pillow and bring the feet down. This week's tutorial is actually on the circle, why it's good for you, and also how to do it properly, so making sure those shins stay parallel. So have a little look at that if you have any questions about these exercises. Imprint the spine again, legs back to tabletop, pillow or circle between the ankles, knees bent to 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten the legs. 10, 9. Squeeze and relax. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, grab the pillow, and then bring the feet down. Leave the pillow down to the side for now. So this week we're going to work on our technique a little bit more, the roll-ups. We're going to do a set of hundreds first, and I'm going to come into rolls. We're going to do it slightly different. So instead of rolling up and concentrating on that, we're actually going to bring ourselves up with our hands, and we're going to slow ourselves coming back down. So the first set we're going to do, we're going to progress our hundreds again. We're going to bring both legs to tabletop. So our spine is imprinted, hands by the side, knees above the hips. Reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, tuck the chin in, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, and beat the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5. Shoulders relaxed, chin is tucked in. Out. 2, 4, 5 in. 2, 3, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5. 2 more breaths in. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath in. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head down and bring the feet down onto the mat. So we're going to sit up whatever way you want. If you want to roll up, you can. We're going to bring our legs down to the end of the mat. We're going to come into the top of our roll-up position. We're going to pinch the shoulders back, and that's going to be a really important thing. So reach the hands as far as you can in front, and then pull them all the way back and straighten your spine. You're going to keep squeezing those shoulder blades together, and keep the hands around shoulder width apart, so don't let them come out too much. Keep the hands shoulder width apart, pinch the shoulder blades together, and we're going to slowly come down onto the mat. So you're curling your spine all the time, squeezing your shoulder blades, and nice and soft the whole way down. And then we'll sit up again, use the hands, make yourself comfortable on the mat. Again, pinch the shoulder blades, spine is up straight, and then nice and slow, bring yourself down. And curl yourself as much as you can, keep the feet down, and make sure that last little bit, you don't come down hard. So you don't want to let that speed up, you want to be nice and controlled the whole way. We're trying to slow ourselves down for about 5 seconds on the way down. Up tall, shoulders together, and then back down. Good, keep going nice and slow, we're only about halfway. And slow down that last little bit. And you find the last 20-30% you really have to curl yourself in nice and tight. So really curl the body around as much as you can. Use the hands coming up. We're going to do 2 more. Pinch the shoulder blades together. And again, curling yourself back down. Nice and slow. And really soft at the end. And one last one. Using the hands coming up. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Chest up nice and tall. Hands are shoulder width apart, remember. They're not coming out too wide. Pinch the shoulder blades back, keep squeezing the shoulder blades together, nice and slow on the way down. Control, 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 controls. And then rest back down. Good. So bend the knees, feet onto the mat. We're going to come into some flutter kicks next. Hands by the side. Bring the shoulder blades back, nice, rest them down. Imprint the spine. Legs to tabletop. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. And our small flutter kicks back and forward. 10 on each leg. 2, 3, 4. Keep the spine imprinted. The secret is the imprint, not how far you kick the legs away from you, but keep pushing the back down into the mat the whole time. 6, we're over halfway. 7, 8, 9, and again keep forcing that imprint. 10. Bend the knees and bring the feet down onto the mat. One at a time. So again, this is all about the imprint. Really push down into the mat. If you feel like the back starts to bubble up off the mat, don't make the kicks as big, just make them shorter, shallower little flutter kicks. Imprint again. Rest the head onto the block, chin is tucked in, shoulders are relaxed. 2 legs to the ceiling, legs to tabletop first, straighten to the ceiling, and this time heels about 2 inches away from body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going for 15, 10, bad times to tell you, 11, 12, focus on the imprint, 3 more, 2 more, last one, and bend the knees, and bring the feet down onto the mat. Good. Have a little rest for a second. Next what we're going to do another set of hundreds. We're going to try and straighten the legs to the ceiling this time. So we're going to have both legs on tabletop. We're going to try to straighten the legs to the ceiling then when we're in the hundreds. If you want, you can straighten one leg at a time. So for the first 5 you can straighten the left leg, and for the second 5 you can straighten the right leg. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, hands by the side. We're going to reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, chin is tucked in, lift the head and shoulders up, straighten the left leg, or 2 legs if you want, and beat the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5, we're halfway switch, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5 and in, 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 4, 5, 2 more, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, last one, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 4, 5, rest the head down, bend the knees, and bring the feet down onto the mat. The next one, we're going to come up to sitting and we're going to work the hip flexors again. So we're going to, in sitting, hands back behind, starting to work the back. We're going to start to flex the hips with the legs straight. So we'll come up into sitting again, knees are bent, heels are on the mat, hands are back either side of the mat, pinch the shoulder blades together, keep the knees in line with each other, and we're going to straighten the right and bend, and then the left and bend, right and left, 2, 3, 4, keep sticking the chest forward, 5, 6, make sure the knees don't drop down, I'll count out of 7, 8, keep the knees nice and high, 9, one last one, 10, and rest. Keep the shoulder blades pinched together, straighten the right leg, lower it halfway, circles, 1, 2, 3, left knee stays still, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, change directions, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch legs, straighten the left, lower halfway, right knee stays still, 1, 2, clockwise with the left leg, 3, 4, if it's anti-clockwise we'll switch, 7, 8, 9, 10, change directions, 10, 9, 8, 7, keep sticking the chest forward, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend the knees, rest down. we're going to straighten the two legs together. So you're going to really bring the hands back a little bit further, pinch the shoulder blades together, and then extend the two legs and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest the legs down. We're going to turn over onto our stomach for the next ones and work the back a little bit more. So, 2 hands down on the mat and rest the head on the back of the hands. Pinch the shoulders back. Going to keep the forehead and chin tucked in, forehead on the back of the hands. Imprint the spine, so you're squeezing the abs, squeezing glutes. I'm going to lift the arms, head and chest up off the mat, just an inch or two, and back down. Keep the low back as flat as you can as you do this. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. 4. Keep pinching the shoulder blades down. 5. They'll want to scrunch up to the ears. Don't let them. Keep pulling the shoulder blades back and down. 8. 9. One last one. 10. And then rest down. We're going to work the shoulder blades a little bit more for the next ones. I'm going to straighten the arms out in front. Now you can tuck your chin in and rest the forehead on the headrest. You can double the headrest up a little bit as well if you want, and rest the forehead on it. Or you can turn your head to the side. So we're going to bring the shoulder blades back, so crawl the fingers as far as you can down or away from your body, and then pull the shoulder blades back and down so the hands come back towards you while keeping the elbows straight. So you're pinching those shoulder blades back and down. You're going to tuck the hips underneath the body again. We're going to lift the hands up off the floor, and then the head, and then the chest. And then the chest comes down, the head comes down, and the hands come down. Pinch the shoulder blades back and down. Hand, head, chest, chest, head, hands. Hand, head, chest, chest, head, hands. Keep pulling the shoulder blades back. Hands up, head up, chest, chest, head, hands. So we really start to work the lower traps here. They're working hard to keep those shoulder blades back and down and to lift the upper body up. You notice it's harder to lift the body up and harder to keep that imprint. Keep squeezing the abs, squeeze the glutes, lift the hands, lift the head, and then the chest, and then the reverse order and way back down. One last one. Hands, head and chest, and hold yourself there. Keep the legs straight, lift the two legs up off the mat, kick the legs up and down, opposite directions. Hold the hands up if you can. If you need to, you can bend the elbows, bring the hands onto the forehead. But if possible, keep reaching those hands out in front as you kick the legs up and down. And then rest the head, hands and legs back down. Bring the hands back one on top of the other. Unroll the head rest if you're rolling up there. Hands back on top of each other. Forehead resting on the back of the hands again. Shoulder blades are relaxed and pulling them back down. We're going to imprint the spine. Focus on the imprint. Squeeze the abs nice and tight. We're going to lift the two legs up off the mat, keeping the knees straight. We're going to bring the ankles together and apart. 1, 2. Focus on the abs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then rest the legs back down onto the mat. Next one. Bend the knees, so it makes it harder. We're stretching the rectus femoris, the quad muscle at the front. When you bend the knees, your feet are back arched just a little bit more if the quads are tight. So squeeze the abs, trying to flatten that back out, squeeze the glutes. I'm going to lift the left thigh up off the mat, and down. And then the right, and down. And the left, and down. 2. On each leg done. 3 on the left, and 3 on the right. 4 on the left, on the right. Good. Keep going. Keep the back imprinted. Keep squeezing the abs. As you lift the leg up, the leg just has to come up. The knees come up about an inch off the mat. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be a high lift. You want to keep the pelvis still. And the last one each side. And rest the legs back down onto the mat. Good. Next one, we're going to work the lower traps again a little bit more. Hands back by the side. Hands facing down. You can turn the head so it's facing down, or you can have the head turned to the side. Claw the fingers all the way down to the end of the mat towards the feet. Lift the hands up, twist the thumbs out and up, and lift the chest up and lower it in. 1, 2, Bring those thumbs as high as you can. 3, 4, and bring the hands as close together as you can behind your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and then rest back down. Good, we'll turn onto our side next. So, line the back up with the back of the mat, little bend at the front of the hip, head resting down into the bottom hand. We're going to keep the bottom leg resting down today, so we're going to try and do a little bit on the side for a side plank at the end of these. So, we're going to have the left hip right on top of the right hip. We're going to lift the left leg up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, keep pushing that left heel away, the top leg away. 8, 9, and the hand here will stay still. Back down. 10. Next one, we're going to lift the top leg up a couple of inches, 6 inches, sorry, and circles. 1, 2, 3. Make sure the hip doesn't go forward and back. 6, it's only the foot and the shin that moves around. 9, 10, change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest down. We're going to do big circles. We're going to cycle forward. We're going to switch over to the other side, do the same thing, and then we're going to try some side planks on the side. Lift the top leg up an inch, and you're going to kick the leg forward, up, back, and down. Keep that hip, the pelvis still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Rest the leg down for a split second. We're going to go the opposite direction. Push that top heel away, lift the leg up, forward, down and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nice smooth circles. 8, keep the leg up nice and high. 9, one last one. 10, and rest down. Lift the top leg up 2 inches, we're going to cycle forward. 1, we're going to go straight cycling back, we're not going to take a break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest the legs down. I'm going to turn over onto the opposite side now. And again, line the back up at the back of the mat. Little bend at the hips, feet come to the front of the mat. And we're going to lift the top leg up and down for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest the legs in. Next one, little circles. We lift the top leg up 2 inches, 6 inches. Making the same mistake again. Top leg up 6 inches. And little circles. 1, 2, 3. Keep the pelvis still here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the leg down. Big circles again. So push the top heel away from the body, lift the leg up, forward, down and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep the circles up nice and high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting. Last one, cycling forward and back. Lift the top leg 2 inches, keep the shin parallel to the floor as you cycle forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest the legs down. We're going to try a side plank today. So we're going to come up onto the bottom elbow if you can. If the upper arms are very sore, we'll have to leave this one out. We're going to bend the knees so the back is straight, the hips are straight. Bottom elbow is just lower than the shoulder but slightly closer to the hips. So it's not up like this, it's below the shoulder and a little bit closer towards the hips than directly below the shoulder. You can have the top hand on the hip or you can have the top hand on the mat. We're going to lift the hips above the mat. So we're going to go 1 and down, 2 and down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10 and hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest the hips down. Perfect. So what happens when we do the side plank is the side is down towards the mat. We work hard, we work the obliques on the side, and we work the glutes again. So we're going to switch back onto the right side, or the first side we're lying on, and we're going to do the same thing. So back and knees straight along the back of the mat, elbow below the shoulder but slightly closer to the hips, top hand on the mat or on your hips, pinch the shoulder blades together and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, nice and high at the hips, 10 and hold, pinch the shoulder blades, 10 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest the hips back down. We're going to stretch out the glutes because we've done a lot of work for them today. We're going to stretch them slightly differently. We have 2 options. Well, we'll show you the first option, the usual option. Lie on your back, head resting on the headrest, straighten the left leg to the mat, and we bring the right knee towards the left shoulder. You should get a good stretch on the outside of that right hip. If you want to try a different way, where you can use your body weight to stretch the muscle out, you start on all fours, straighten the left leg, and bring the right foot across the body, and then just sink down and try to lie down on that right knee, and you feel a good stretch into the right side. So that's going to get your glute med muscle, the one that we were working a lot on when we're on the side planks and when we're doing the side leg series as well. If you want to get deeper to that and get your piriformis, you bring the heel up a little bit higher, and the same thing, lying down again, and you get the deeper muscles in the glutes then if you do it that way. You can see my hips are tight and the foot wants to slip back down very quick. And then we'll switch sides. Very tight and I can't get the foot back out. Bring the left leg across the body, right leg comes back, stretch the arms out in front, and then just drop your chest down towards that left knee, and you'll feel a good stretch coming through the left hip then. And you can drop the hips out to the left and get even more of a stretch. If you find there's a pinch in the front of the hips, try to bring the knee a little bit further down and away from the chest and more towards the bottom of the ribs. And you should get less of a pinch in the front of the hips and even more of a stretch on the glute med, this muscle out here. Good, and then come back to the middle, onto the hands and knees, and then we'll finish with that. If you have any questions, we're back in the clinic this week. You can give us a call, or you can email us as usual on pilates@reboundsphysio.ie. Talk to you soon, bye bye.